All right, YouTube, this Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. Back with another video. It's still Sunday. I was going to wait and start showing you some of the footage from Trump when he came to Detroit. And the day was going on long, so I figure I'll show you some of it. It's Father's Day, and I want to clear something up. You know, a lot of Democrats and the pundits, they try to act like for real there is no support for Trump in Detroit. That's a fallacy. And black men are turning out in astronomical figures for Trump because we see where Biden is going. We see where the Democrats is going. I posted a video earlier today where Biden had some black guy in a dress kissing his hand. For real, Biden. How you just stick your hand out there and let the brother kiss it after you done already said we ain't black? You just so disrespectful on the Democratic side. And then y'all say that people who are conservative and support Trump, y'all say like we some buffoons or we slow. No, y'all over there on that plantation supporting them racists and them debaucherous demons. But I ain't even gonna get off and all that. I'm just gonna show you some of the footage of Trump in Detroit. Then they got mad because Peasy and some Detroit rappers came out like they did in the Bronx. You know what I mean? Because the young black people is going for Trump. It's them old, tired Negroes. You know, the ones that sing the spirituals, the debaucherous ones that down there supporting Fannie Willis. Man, it's the slaves that's supporting the Democrats. And then they try to take a moral high road and kind of really act like they're aggressive. They too weak to stand up to any supporters of Trump, be it MAGA, be it conservatives or whatever. Y'all are too caught up on your debaucherousness and your dirty dealings to deal with real people, if you understand what I'm saying. So everything y'all saying, we gonna prove to be false. You know, y'all be like, oh, he gonna start this type of controversy and it's gonna be a war. If it do be a war, who gonna be on y'all side? Don Lemon, Whoopi Goldberg, Bill Mayer, and the rest of the weaklings on that side against the streets? Really? Maybe I should have waited and not post this video, but y'all gonna go against the streets. See, though, y'all worst thing is y'all kept race baiting because y'all wanted us to be so divided as Americans that we divided among racial lines. And y'all can't understand that what we're doing is uniting as Americans. And y'all lawfare, it's intimidating to some because we know that y'all might come get some of us and y'all might do, as long as y'all in power, we know y'all a threat because y'all gonna do some dirty dealings. But the people that's standing with Trump, they're already ready for that. Y'all are going against God and country when you stand with the Democratic Party. That will not win. You will not win against God and the fatherland or the motherland or wherever you call where you're born from. But let me stop giving my dialogue and let y'all see Donald Trump in Detroit. You know, and he on the west side. It ain't like he won't go to the east side. He can go to the east side too. He good anywhere in the D. So let's check out this clip. It's for fair usage under the 1976 Copyright Act. And I'm standing on the First Amendment. Let's watch Trump in Detroit. Let's see what y'all talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and it is my privilege to introduce to you the 45th and soon to be the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. You see him with Secret Service all around him, with handlers standing next to him. You see that? He ain't finna be bumbling and fumbling or whatever. Ain't nobody finna be kissing his hand. What's Donald Trump in Detroit? He on the west side. I keep telling y'all.
Nice welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. FanDuel Casino has your chance at the #1 feeling, winning. Winning ranks higher than any. That is really something. I knew I should be here. I knew it. I was told be here, and I said I think it's the right place to be because we did a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunity zones, which was great with Tim Scott. He was really hard at work always. Tim always hard, South Carolina senator, and he came in with the opportunity zone concept, and I think it was the best economic development ever done for the Black community and beyond. So it was really great. But I'm honored to be in Detroit at the 180 Church. 180. Just met your pastor, your great pastor, Lorenzo Sewell, for hosting us. I want to thank Lorenzo for hosting us and for all the work he's done to serve the people of this community. I hear he's phenomenal. Where's Lorenzo? Where is Lorenzo? What a good job you've done, Lorenzo. Be my pastor any day. I need it too. I need it. Thank you, Lorenzo. Also, we have a great group of patriots. As you know, Byron Donalds is an incredible guy. He happens to be on the list of potential vice presidents. Would anybody like to see him as a vice president? I noticed your name is very high on the list. That's good. You should be on the list too. Congressman John James, my friend, he is something special. Thank you, John, very much. Great job you're doing too, by the way. And I heard you have no trouble. You're gonna just breeze right through it, and you should, because you've done a fantastic job. Former Secretary and my really good friend for a long time, Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson. There's a man. He worked very hard. No scandal. No, everybody that had this scandal. There was no scandal with Ben. 4 years, it was perfect. He did a great job. And we love Ben, special person, and Candy, the whole family. Thank you, Ben, for being here. Appreciate it. A man who has the most.
That's how real Trump is. He give respect to Ben Carson because you couldn't catch him in a scandal. See, that's the Democrats' playbook. They like to catch you in a scandal and blackmail you and act like there is no redemption or no repentance unless it's with servitude to the Democratic plantation. But what I'm showing you is this is Donald Trump in Detroit. And if you're not from Detroit, you would not know he is on the west side. He's in the hood. He in the hood. And they mad about it. And they saying, oh, black people don't support him in Michigan is a swing state. In Detroit, we believe y'all stole the election the first time. We believe y'all actually did steal it. We had so many Hellcats and so much was going on. We didn't think that nobody would vote Trump out. That's how good we was doing. For real. We was in Hellcat, Scat Packs, whatever kind of thing you want to drive, eating, living good. We didn't even know it was a pandemic until it was over. And we found out it was over when Joe Biden got in office and he cut all the benefits and cut unemployment and say unemployment was low because he cut everybody that didn't have a job and just left them out there in the wilderness. This is why Trump gets this welcome in Detroit, because we was there.
He's going to be a very great senator and taking off like a rocket. He's leading in all the polls. He's going to be something very, very special. Mike Rogers. Mike, thank you very much. And Mrs. Rogers, thank you for being here. So nice to meet you. Yeah, that was an easy endorsement for me. That was a real easy one, but he's got what it takes. And he'll be one of the most formidable senators, and I think he's going to do a phenomenal job bringing money back to your district, bringing jobs back to your district. He's a big believer in that. A person who...
Hold on. Do you hear what Trump is saying to Detroiters? And he ain't lying. He ain't making no false promises like Joe Biden. He ain't talking about no abortion. He said, we're going to bring y'all money back to the district. I got people in place. All we got to do, shut the border, put them embargoes on China, and let y'all auto industry do what it do. Small parts, plants, everything. And y'all boost y'all own economy. He's not pandering. He's talking facts. He's talking to the people on the ground in Detroit. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to do this right here. And then y'all get it together. Listen some more. I ain't going to play the whole thing.
Endorsed us, and he's been fantastic. He's run for office. He could have won for a lot of offices if he wanted, but he loved being a police chief. It's James Craig. Where is James? James Craig. Wonderful guy, and thank you for the support, James. I really do appreciate it. And Michigan GOP chair, a friend of mine also, an incredible politician at the time.
In case y'all don't know, James Craig is the police chief in Detroit. Not only does James Craig support Trump, the brothers in the street support Trump. So who is bringing the real division and the unlawfulness to this country? I just want y'all to see. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to make no long video because it's a long video because Trump stayed down there for a minute. But I'm going to show you some more.
He left. He didn't lose. He left after a while, and he went on to big things, including being an ambassador. And he's the one guy I wanted to head up the GOP here because we think we're going to win this state. We're leading right now by a lot, and we think we're going to win it. Hope so. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. So it's an honor to be here. It's a very important area for us. We've done more for, and I say this, I say it proudly, more for the black population than any president since Abraham Lincoln. That's a big statement. And look at Joe Biden has done nothing for you except talk. It's only talk. It's all talk. He gets nothing. He gets nothing for anyone. He was lost. He's in Europe. He's walking around. He doesn't know where the hell he is. And he's supposed to help Detroit. I don't think so. But we achieved the lowest African-American unemployment rate and the lowest African-American poverty rate ever recorded during my 4 years. We lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty. Black Americans saw their largest increase in home ownership on record. There's never been anything like it. This is during our period of time. We gave record funding to historically black colleges and universities. You all know that. I got great support. And I will just tell you a quick story. The heads of the colleges would come to Washington once every year. And after 2 years, I said, why do you guys keep coming? And I liked them. I liked a couple of them. Really, they're friends of mine. But the whole group was very, they were just terrific people. Men and women heading up the colleges. And I said, why do you keep coming? Because they won't give us long-term financing. We have to come back every year. One said, and I say respectfully, he said, they make us feel like a bunch of beggars. We have to come back to Washington every year. I said, well, we're going to take care of that. And I got them actually more money than they asked for by far. and we got him long-term financing. And I said, the only thing sad is that I'll never see you again, probably. I will never meet you again because we got used to meeting. I kept saying it. Then after a couple of years, I said, why do you have to keep coming back? I mean, he said, we've been doing this for a long time, for 20 years, I guess. The one gentleman said he was here 20 years. He's been doing it for 20 years. I said, that's not right. And they do a very important job and a great job. And so I got you long-term financing, and I think all of them are voting for Trump. I don't know. I can't say maybe, but I'd say 99% of them. And if they aren't, I don't know what the hell the other side did, but we'll start an investigation or something, okay? We passed historic criminal justice reform, something that they've been after, people have been after for mostly the black community for years and years. And to get it done, they needed me. And as you know, President Obama tried. Biden doesn't even try. Well, he doesn't have to because we got it done, but we're going to get it improved. But President Obama tried, was unable to get it done. You needed conservative votes, and I got conservative votes, and we got criminal justice reform done. Nobody else could have done that. And we're very proud of it. When I left office, we had no inflation. Gasoline was less than $2. The 30-year mortgage was at 2.6%. The border was secure. Wages were rising, and the jobs were the best in the history of our country. For African American, for Black Americans, the jobs were the best in the history of our country. Other than that, what did I do? Not that much. Not that much. Now watch, the press will put that on. I didn't do that much because they're bad people. You know, they're bad. That's why they're the fake news. You have the same problem that I do. They're fake news. So Biden, on the other hand, Biden wrote the devastating 1994 crime bill, talking about super predators. That was Biden. You know, he walks around now talking about the black vote. He's the king of the super predators. And he wrote the 1994 crime bill that you talk about so much. I guess everybody here knows about that, especially if you happen to be black. And he was the one with the super predators. So just please remember that when you think you're going to vote Democrat, because you shouldn't vote Democrat. Biden's inflation. Thank you. That's a big deal, too, because, you know, he tries to pretend like, oh, you know, nothing happened. Nothing happened. He was the one. Biden's inflation has cost a typical American family $28,000. Millions of illegal aliens are pouring in, and they're taking your jobs. The black community is being hurt more by the illegal aliens, 16, 17 million. They're taking your jobs. You're down 6-7% from where you were just 3 years ago with me. And it's going much lower because millions and millions of people are coming into your communities. It's no longer, every state is a border state. You've heard that. But they're coming into your community and they're taking your job. They're affecting the African Americans. And then after that, the Hispanic Americans more than any other group. And they're also affecting unions because unions are starting to lose their grip because of it. They've never seen it. We're being inundated. Think of it, millions of people.
Look how plain he talking and no lies detected. Now, mainstream media, they gonna flip it and say whatever they want to say, but he's talking plain across the board. He's speaking the things that we know and see. This is why you see the people in the city come out for Trump. He ain't lying. What you gonna say? Oh, Detroit HPTV, you a sellout. And what? No, I lived through Trump's administration. I lived through Biden's almost. I got a couple more months before November, but shoot, we can do facts on facts. And I like the way he ain't even really going at Biden about all the racist things that Biden is. Biden is really Jim Crow Joe. You know what I mean? And I wanted my subscribers to see this is Trump sitting down in Detroit. Do you see any Secret Service around him? You see him fumbling? He's sitting down with the black community on the west side. And it goes on. It was a big thing.
People are coming
Mainstream
in
media didn't post
from
it.
prisons, from mental institutions. They're terrorists at levels that we have never seen before. And in 2019, we had a survey done, How many terrorists were coming in? That was a Trump year, 2019. They said none. Now, I don't even believe that. I think that's too good. I wish the fake news wasn't fake then, but it was done by Border Patrol, etc. And they said no terrorists came in 2019. I can't believe that. But as soon as they took over, they have thousands of terrorists coming into our country. And we're all going to be hearing about that. We have to get them out. One of the first things we're doing is we're getting them out, right? They're coming in at levels never seen before. I say that by the time we get him out, and again, he's the worst president in the history of our country. And you know what? He's been the worst president for black people. He's been the worst president for Hispanic people. There's never been anybody so bad. And remember what I said about the crime bill. Under Biden, real wages for African American workers are down 60%.
They messed with his mic.
That's the biggest decrease ever in a short period of time. 60% since he took over. 100% of the net jobs created under Biden have gone to the illegals. Did you know that? 100% of the jobs created have gone to illegal.
All the infrastructure work that you see on the roadsides and roofing, coming with that, is all going to illegals. Tell me that ain't a dirty trick. That we can't get those jobs. Like we don't need that money. It's almost treasonous. It's such a betrayal. Man, you really have to look sideways at somebody to say they support Biden. You really have to look at them and be like, I don't want you around me. I don't trust you. I don't trust you around my kids. I don't trust you around nothing. For real. I can't trust you with nothing. Not around my kids, not around no money, nothing, because you are a Democrat. For real. Under Biden.
And then you're supposed to vote for this guy, and he doesn't know the difference. You're not talking about him. You're talking about people that control him. Fascists, communists, people that want to see our country destroyed. So I'm going to quickly rebuild the greatest economy in history. We have the greatest economy in history. We're going to stop inflation. And remember, even if you were making the same thing as you made, you're losing a fortune, because with food prices and with all of the prices of interest rates, which went so high, and you can't get money, but with interest rates, housing costs, rent costs, all of the different costs, talking about 30, 40, and even 50%, depending on what items you want to use. And people were making, if you're making the same amount of money, even if you made more, you're way behind the eight ball. And people that actually, somebody said, gee, I've been treated nicely, I got wage increases, but I'm losing a fortune compared to when Trump was running things. We had almost no inflation, and they had inflation of...
It's a long speech. I just typed it in and I put it in my community section so you can see everything that Trump said while he was here in Detroit. You can compare it to when Biden and Kamala went to Pennsylvania, went to Philly, and pandered to those black people there. But no. Check the community section out and see the whole interview of Donald Trump in Detroit. I was going to wait and start reporting on this Monday, but I would be remiss if I didn't initiate it and put it out there for some of my subscribers that might want to see something tonight. So, as always, salute to all patriots. Support Detroit's Black Thought and Action Collective. It's a nonprofit in Detroit. The Cash App is in the channel description. And y'all keep y'all head on swivel and pay attention. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the whole video of Trump. It's in my community section. Peace.